Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with my favorite exotic assault rifle Chameleon setup in the game right now. Title update 20.3.4.5 etc. Doesn't matter. This setup is not giving a flying F about any content in the game or any difficulty, because you will slap any elite, non-elite enemy without breaking a sweat. These poor souls will have more issues than your ex-girlfriend. Easy money barbecue chicken at its finest. And I think this setup shines really in the solo mode. Yes, you can use this in the team runs, but in solo, trust me, it shines because I'm using Dilemma gear set. And don't forget that Chameleon will give us a ridiculous amount of crit damage buff with Adaptive Instincts talent, 90% weapon damage increase. I mean, oh my goodness. Welcome to the insanity! The one and only Uncle Butcher in the building, as usual, covering Division 2 basically daily and other looter shooters or RPGs. So if you want to be updated with all the best PvE, PvP builds in your game, then definitely hit that like, smash that sub, welcome to the family. Like I mentioned at my intro, in this one we are using Dilemma gear set. The beauty of the Dilemma gear set is that actually you can mark multiple enemies at the same time, and all marked enemies will receive crit damage. They will share incoming damage. Hit one enemy and all marked enemies will receive crit damage. Really good, but that means that you need to receive, or excuse me, not receive, but reach at least 50% crit chance on your setup. Thanks to God, Chameleon can solve this issue, because with Adaptive Instincts talent, when it's stacked, you can gain additional crit chance, basically cap out crit chance, and in that way you will be extremely efficient. But before we continue, a quick word from the sponsor, THEIS. If you don't have enough time or good teammates but you still want all the best items in your game, then THEIS is set for you. They have absolute amazing team on consoles. They will complete your orders super quick. Everything happens through icon sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself, but now with my promo code RBDIV you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services. But now let's get back to this Chameleon legendary setup, I guess, because like I said, you can use this build wherever you want. Heroic missions, heroic control points, rescue operations, hostage situations, even at incursion. Although you need to farm your ass a little bit here, because you need chest piece with weapon damage core attribute. I will get in every tiny detail in a second, but make sure that you hit that like and smash that sub. It's really important for me. Do it at least once per month. I'm not asking much. My standards are kinda low. Anyway, for specialization here we will use Gunner. Why Gunner? Because on kill we will receive increased rate of fire, armor back, we have foam grenades to stop enemies, Banshee pulse is kinda handy in PvP and PvE, and medkit and minigun will give us bonus armor as well. But mainly that increased rate of fire will help us to stack Adaptive Instincts much quicker on our assault rifle. Exotic assault rifle Chameleon. Foam grenades will help us against Chungas, rogue agents, hunters, all that shenanigans. All the tough enemies will be stopped pretty much easily, and that is enough time for you to take multiple enemies basically at the same time. So foam grenades are kinda nice for crowd control purposes. For my main weapon here, I'm using Chameleon Exotic Assault Rifle. Don't get me wrong, Chameleon is really nice, but you can replace it with St. Elmo's Engine Exotic Assault Rifle if you don't have decent Chameleon. Chameleon is giving us better ceiling, higher ceiling. When Adaptive Instincts talent is kicking the balls, I mean it's kicking the balls. DPS output is ridiculous, crit damage, increased reload speed, 90% weapon damage buff, it absolutely shreds through the enemies. But if you need a little bit more crowd control, and if you want to use maybe this setup for heroic missions or open world activities, and you will not use anything for legendary strongholds, then you could go with St. Elmo's Engine Exotic Assault Rifle, because it has really good weapon attachments, and also it will have 100 plus bullets in magazine. 100, so it means that when you're gonna stack it, you will have 100%, or excuse me, 100 shock bullets as well. So St. Elmo's can be extremely handy in this setup as well. So it truly depends on your preference, on your playstyle, which you want to use. More utility, go with St. Elmo's. More DPS, go with Chameleon. For the second weapon though, I'm using FAMAS with Optimist, 70 plus bullets. Optimist will do all the dirty work for us. Orbit again is really good against non-elites. Kill non-elite enemy, boom, 40% crit damage and capped out crit chance really easily. For the gear itself, I'm using 3 pieces from Striker gear set and Arquebus holster and chest piece with Obliterate talent. Obliterate works really well. If you want though maximum DPS, maximum possible DPS, you could go with Glass Cannon talent. Glass Cannon talent would give us more DPS output. If you want more crit damage, you can replace Arquebus gear pieces with Sombra and maybe improvised holster, which would give us additional mod slot where we could use 12% crit damage mod. So definitely you can improve crit damage. Why we are improving crit damage? Because like I said, Dilemma is sharing crit damage. So that's the main reason. Spotter, from other hand, would work I guess as well in this setup, but then you have to switch specialization for technician specialization. You need to use linked laser point attachment on maybe Kingbreaker, Carbine 7, Police M4, those type of guns. FAMAS will not work, Shield Splitter will not work. So yeah, best option I think would be Kingbreaker or Police M4 or Carbine 7. If you want to rock Spotter, simply switch specialization for technician specialization, gain that linked laser point attachment and use it on your gun. And then maybe you could use Flatline talent as well on your guns. Kingbreaker has perfect flatline, and then you can roll on your Police M4 and Carbine 7 flatline as well. So for the gear, 3 pieces from Dilemma in mod slot, crit damage. I'm using 2 pieces from Arquebus gear set because holster is giving me 15% additional weapon damage, and 3-piece brand set bonus from this gear set is increasing my magazine size by freaking 50%. Ridiculous.